Good morning, everyone. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning, recipes, a little bit of everything. And I've made a decision. I'm going to pull up these bush beans in one of my raised beds in the front, and I'm going to plant some cabbage and maybe some lettuces today. Stay tuned. Okay, so I got the green beans pulled out of that front bed. You can see there was some flowering on them, but I was a little concerned that we were going to get a little bit too cool and I wouldn't get any harvest. I'll have a better luck and a better chance at getting something in that raised bed if I do some cabbage and lettuces. Let's go see what it looks like. So I've gone in and I've broken up the soil a little bit and I'm getting it ready to plant. Pulled all the weeds and you can see the soil's looking pretty good. So we're going to put some cabbage and some lettuces in here. So the type of lettuce, guys, I'm going to grow is the Landis Winter, and this is going to be really easy. It's a surface planting, so I'm just going to sprinkle it on top of the soil. So surface seeding means I'm just going to sprinkle it on the surface, and I'm only going to do about half this because I'm going to save the other half for my cabbage. Can you see how small those seeds are? So I'm just going to sprinkle them on top of the soil like I did right there, and then I'm going to water them in really good. So now on the other half of the raised bed, I'm going to do my Brunswick cabbage. I do have some coming up in some pots that are going in the high tunnel, but I want to get some in the ground here. You know, I think this shade cloth, guys, has really helped tremendously over this raised bed for our fall crops. I want to plug that for you because look, my carrots are doing quite well, and I'm not so sure they would have with our Texas heat without this shadow. And you can see that it's shading them already, and it's about 12:30. So these these carrot seeds are shaded for the most part of the day, and that's helping them germinate and helping keep them cool. So now we're going to sow our Brunswick cabbage, and I'm just going to put it a little bit in the ground, not too deep, and then when I water everything down, it should put everything deep enough to start germinating. So here's what the Brunswick cabbage seeds look like. They look a lot like radishes and certain lettuces. So I'm just going to sprinkle this over the ground, almost like surface seeding, and then when I water it, it's going to push it in, guys, and I'm going to do 2 rows, and then I'm going to thin them out as they come up. I want to make sure and get me some germination. So I'm going to put the rest of my seeds back in there. And so now let's water in our lettuce seeds, which is the Landis winter lettuce. This is very good for cool and cold weather. And then our cabbages, and I'm hoping that I will get some before our first freeze. A quick check on the lettuces I planted a week ago. You can see everything is coming up fantastic. And look here, these are my cool weather tomato plants. And boy, are they doing good. So I'm going to wait for them to grow a little bit more, then I'm going to start thinning things out. These are my seed starters that are going to go into the high tunnel, and on the outside of the high tunnel, I just cannot put them in right now because my husband is walking all around out there, and I want to make sure that they don't get trampled on. But guys, look, everything is looking really healthy and really good. That's the wrap, guys. We got everything watered in. I'll come out here and water it again tonight, and I'll water it first thing in the morning. And these things should germinate within 7 to 10 days. I really expect to see some growth, especially from this lettuce. So we appreciate each and every one of you watching. Please hit that subscribe button and that like button so you can find out what's going on here at North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning, recipes, and a little bit everything. Take care. God bless. Have a wonderful weekend. Praying you're all safe.